Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome to the stream. I'm Shane, thank you for joining us today, and today we are here for SketchClub. If you haven't been here before, welcome. If you have before, welcome back. Okay, so we have a new topic this week which just came to me today. So as you may know, if you've been here before, we are homesteading in Quebec in Canada. And this is our first year of doing turkeys. So I thought let's memorize, memorialize, rememberize, whatever the word is. Let's rememberize. I know that's not the word, but let's use it anyway because it sounds funny. Let's record this moment and rememberize the turkeys that we have. So I took a bunch of photos just before on my phone, and they were just taking a little while to upload there. I didn't think that would take so long, but there's also a limit. You can only upload a certain number at a time, so you got to sort of do it in batches, which is okay. It's okay, totally okay. Just needed a bit more time than I expected. So sorry we're a bit late there. Now, if you are here for the first time, we are from JR Art Lab, www.jrartlab.com. And we do all kinds of digital art workshops. You can see our logo here. We do digital painting, graphic design, filmmaking, photography, 3D sculpting, 3D modeling, iPad painting, traditional arts. I don't know if can you see that? No, you can't see my canvas behind me. I've got a couple of canvases on the board at the moment. Alright, so each week we log on at around 8 o'clock and do our sketch club for about an hour, and the goal here is just to pick a new subject matter and just sketch. Now that sketch sometimes might be a painting sketch. It might not just be your traditional, sketch with a pencil. It's actually a little bit more open, right? Sketch just kind of means being completed in like one session and with the aim of capturing something from an idea, I guess. It doesn't mean pencil and paper or a pencil outline, contour line drawing. It can be anything. You might do a sketch with oil paint in the field and then go back and work on one at home in your studio. Just to capture the idea, right? To get that sketch done. And it's not going to be fully rendered. It's not going to have all of the materials that you want to do it. Do a final good copy, but it's a sketch. It's like a draft. Okay, so what have we got today? We have the turkeys. Now we started off with 10 turkeys and we did okay. I've heard people that lost a lot of turkeys. They're quite difficult to look after because they're very sensitive to the heat or the cold, and we only lost 2. So we lost one when it was a baby, very young. We're not sure why that one died. It just sort of died. And then we lost one after they were a couple of months old. We have some very hot days here, and we had one day where the week was like cold the week before, and then it heated up to like 40 degrees. And it just did it so fast. I think that's what took it out. But anyway, who knows? It could have been something else. Could have been something it ate. Could have, they're a little bit. They're turkeys, right? They're a little bit unintelligent, I would say. Not the smartest of birds, but they're sweet, and that's why we've got them. Also, Thanksgiving. Need I say more? Okay, so I'm just playing around Paint Studio at the moment. So if you would like to, you can probably download a trial for that if you want to. If you want to do it in Sketchbook or you want to do it on a canvas, you can do whatever you like where you are. And if you would like to send them to me, my email's on the next screen, or you can tag us with hashtag JRArtLab or hashtag ArtLabSketchClub. Okay? I should put that on the screen. I think I will do that for next week. Let me make a note. here. Let's see if I can find a real pen in a digital art studio. That wasn't part of the expected. There's also a lot of traditional art stuff around, so it's probably not that big a deal. Okay, so what did we say? We're going to put hashtag for Art Lab Sketch Club and hashtag JR Art Lab. Now, if you don't know our little story, you can visit it on our website. But in short, one second. Okay, so there's some hashtags. Can you see that? No. No good. I'm going to have to put it on the screen for next week. We'll do it. So I've just got hashtag JR Art Lab or hashtag Art Lab Sketch Club. Now, we call ourselves JR because we do not want to be masters of everything all the time. Okay? There is a big push out in the world at the moment. Masterclass this, masterclass that. Do this for 1 hour, 2-hour master workshop, and you will be a master. And it's just not correct. It's just not correct, right? It takes a lifetime to become a master, and calling things masterclass is absolutely capitalistic lies. So we are JR Art Lab, and we are always junior because we're always learning. Okay, there's always more to learn. Maybe when I'm 85 or 95 or 110, I might feel a little bit of that master energy, but maybe not, right? Not everybody gets there. So let's stay junior until we actually feel that we are confidently able to be a real master, instead of just calling everybody a master and giving them the badge the minute they pick up the brush. Okay, a little bit of a rant there, but you know, we all have our things, and that's our thing here at JR Lab. So, let's get on over to my screen and have a little look. Oh, there it is. Alright, so here's our Gobblers. Now, I call them the Gobblers, and I call them the Gobblers because it reminds me of one of my favourite books, series and TV series, which is the Golden Compass, which came from the Philip Pullman books. And the Gobblers were the people that were stealing all the kids and trying to cut their energy so that they could take away their demons. Okay, so let me just move this up. Now I know there's a lot of double ups here, but there wasn't a lot of paintings for turkeys, so okay, all these are our reference photos, so I think these are going to do good. Now our Gobblers are only 2-3 months old now, so they don't have any of the fancy blue stuff. I love these ones. Look at these ones. Look at that. It's so funny looking. Look at it. It looks like an emu or a cassowary, and they've got this little dinky on their head. What is it? Head dinky. The big one has the big one I call the boy. There's 2 boys and the rest are girls. So the boys have a big dinky on their head, and the girls only have a little dinky on their head. But let's see. Do I have a boy here? The boys get the pretty colours and the gobble. Here you go. There's a boy. See? Big head dinky. Small head dinky. Small head dinky. That's a boy. So, these are all things I only just learned. So I could be wrong, by the way. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Please tell me. Some comments below. So what have we got? These are our Gobblers. How many can we see here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 2 missing. But this is their gobbler pen. So they're out in the wilderness with forest and bugs and sky and grass, and they're right next to the chickens and the ducks in the background there. We haven't mixed them because we've been told it's not good to mix them, so they get their own everything, water and food and blah blah blah. But these are our reference photos. Now, I also went and got some pictures of paintings of the Gobblers to just give us an idea. Oh, I hope our boys look like that. Oh, wow, that's cool. They are starting to look more like peacocks as they get older. I think they've got that, they're getting that fluffier tail, but they kind of just look like this level at the moment, except they haven't got the big dongle. I hope they go blue. Look at that guy. Okay, I can't tell where the face is. Can you tell where the face is? I can see an eye there, but it's like lost. It's lost. I can't see it. Okay. Yeah, they do get, they look, this is very real. I think they're kind of working towards this bit. I wonder what function this, the dinky on the head performs. I wonder if it's like an attraction function for females, or no function at all. Okay, here we go. This is very impressionistic. Now, some of these are barely, does that even have a turkey? Yeah, it's turkeys having a chat with some horses. That's really cute and storybooky, like a little storybook farm. Okay. Wow, I think that is the same picture just cropped in. Yes? Yes, it is. That's a crop in of that picture. Nice. Here we go. Ooh, look at those Gobblers. Brush whiz. Okay. Gobblers, Gobblers. Ooh. Pastel. Looks like chalk pastel. Chalk pastel Gobblers. And I don't know what's that. It's like Hieronymus Bosch inspired AI art. But I could totally be not. It could be real. Okay, so what are we going to do today? We're going to cut. Let's see. Okay, we're going to pick some. Oh, look at that one. He looks like a pillow. Is that real? Why does he look so pillowy? I don't know if that's real. See, this is the world we're making. We're making a world where everything, we do not know if it's real or if it's not real, because maybe AI made it and maybe it's not real. Okay, where's the one with the house? I'm just going to do a quick cut down here and then we're going to get painting. Okay, that head looks pretty cool. I don't think we got down here. Look at that. That's an interesting picture. I wonder what the story is here. Is that one dead? Is it dinner time turkey? Could be dinner time turkey. Okay, we like the girl. We like that gobbler. Okay, that one is like a weird angle, but we have the same thing here. That one goes up there. What's this? Ooh, nice. Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas. And have some turkeys. Feliz Navidad. Bit early for Christmas. Okay, I like the messiness of this. And this one. Let's put that one over there. Okay, so these are going to be our reference pictures. And then what kind of turkey are we going to use? Okay, so let's go through here. That's pretty funny. But I think I'd mix it with one of these guys. I like this just plain one plain turkey stand. It looks, they're so big, they remind me of emus. If you've ever been to Australia, they really remind me of emus. So I like that this has that emu ostrich kind of feeling. They're like small emus. But yeah, that's a better pose, isn't it? We can see more 4x4 of the face. And they have like a log cabin. They have the turkey log cabin in the background. Okay, so all of our animals have a log cabin. We got some free stuff from one of our wonderful neighbours, which we use to build with. So it's called slab wood. So it's the offcuts of things that other people have taken the wood for construction or whatever, housing, and chopped it down to like 2x4s and whatever other sizes that people want. And then there's this edge bit of the circle, so it's called slab. And as you can see in the background of here, we use that edge piece and drill it onto the wall for siding for log cabin turkey gobblers. Okay, so what else? I kind of like one of these. Okay, let's just put it over there. That one's got a funnier look to it than that one, but I'll put both of them over there. Always good to look at things further back and see what pops out, like from a distance. Kind of like the group as well. They're very curious. I wanted to get some that are more close, like these group shots but I wanted to get them a bit lower. But it's very hard because they're very curious, and when you try and take the shot, they're like, "Hey, let me just peck your phone and peck you in the face and peck me on the hand." And they're not very aggressive, but you know, it makes it a little bit challenging. That's a good angle there. Alright, so we've culled it down to a few. Let's have a look at what we want to do. Okay, what if we try and combine these two? Or maybe just stick with this one. Or I kind of like the silly ones too. Alright, so serious one or silly one? I think the silly one. I think the silly one's going to be more fun. Okay. You might not want to put it on your wall, but it'll be fun to look at. Or maybe people do want to put it on their wall. Okay, so let's create a new painting. We're going to go oil painting, and we're going to go... I feel like it might be good as a square. No, we'll go this one, portrait. Let's give it a name. I like how this makes things new names for you. That's pretty cool in this software that it does that. Turkey. Actually, let's just call it the Gobblers. Gobblers. And they make this cool sound actually. They make this wit 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 all the time. It's just wit 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 wit. That's what it sounds like to me anyway. They're very gentle actually for being such a big bird, a big animal. Okay. I think we have to put some kind of greenery in the background. Let's put that up there too. And I think I'm going to make up some of this red and blue on his gobbleriness and make it more of a boy. Okay? Yeah, that one's definitely funnier. It's like, hey, hey, I'm here. I'm here. Alright. I'm just going to use the bathroom before we get going. Give me one moment and I will be back. Alright, welcome back. And let's get cracking. Okay, so we're working on that turkey there. But we're gonna use some other colors, I think. So let's get a palette going. We'll do a fresh one. think a nice little pastel would be lovely. A wee bit of pastel. Some pastel greens. Greeny yellows. Oh, I do like a yellowy green. I love a yellowy green. Look at that beautiful yellowy green. Go a little bit darker. Okay, okay, very good. Very good. Now, even if I don't use all these colors, it's kind of just even just an exercise for clarifying, like, what am I doing? Oh, you can't see the blue because it's underneath the thing. So if I move that up a bit, there you go. You can see the bottom of my palette, and you can also see all my cool brush stuff, right? Okay, let's see if I can live with it like that. Okay, so greens is looking good. What about some blues? I kind of want some bluey browns. Let's get a bit more. There we go. And doesn't that look blue? Even though it's yellow. It won't if I put it on that blue background, but let me get... Alright. Somehow those swatches look like I'm picking house colors. I don't know. I don't know why, but they feel like that. Alright. And what color magic should we have in the turkey's eyes for that deep, deep, deep? Is it a blue, black? Is it a purpley? I feel like purpley. You know I'm gonna go purpley, don't you? Let's see if I can get a purpley black. Okay, let's get a purpley. Because, you know, we need... If we're going to have pastels, you've got to have a bit of that somewhere. And then I'll put the purpley black. Yep, okay. Try that out. Now, if I'm gonna sample, turn this on sample, I don't know, let's start off with this. Why did it do that? Might be a little bit dark there, buddy. That's too green now. We want a bit of brown in there. That's too saturated. There we go. Not dark enough. Now there's too much contrast in that spot. Okay. Be careful with contrast. Contrast is gonna draw attention. Okay, just working on some BG. Let's see what kind of ground do we want to get in here. I actually am going to green it up a little bit, so let's go with this. How are we doing? Everything's working good. Checking in on the chat. Do say if you're watching and you're from which country. I'd love to see where people are from. We have students in USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. So please let us know where you're from. And if you're already a student, or if you're thinking about joining up a workshop, please also like and subscribe. It really helps. You know, like we were talking about this yesterday. It's the first time in the world where computers are telling us what to do. Why? Because everybody's making content for the algorithm. So who's actually the boss here? If you're doing your creative thing, but you're doing it in a way that fits into the algorithm, are you really doing what your creative potential is? Or are you just like making things that win the algorithm? Like, are you choosing topics that you want, that you know people want you to paint? Or are you sharing things that you know people have some kind of algorithmic interest, like a current event or a trend or a whatever? And literally, you know, if you were working in one of these companies, you could make the trend. You could make a trend, or maybe, you know, AI can become making the trend, right? And we're just following along. This is the palette knife brush. In case you didn't notice, you can see which brush I'm using here. And there's all these different types of palette knives, which is part of why I really love this software. But that one comes later. First we go with this one, and we get it all down. And then we go with our little messy guy. I can tell we are definitely going over today. I was a bit slow there on the startup because of the uploading issue. Well, not really an issue, because the upload took a little bit longer than I expected. aria. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but our elderly senior girly dog is having a bit of a sing-song complaint downstairs because Brian's out in the garden working on the garden, and she's at that age where, you know, your dogs know what they like, and she likes when everybody's at home and everybody's in the same room, and then she just goes to sleep because she knows where everybody is, she's not alone, and she's not missing out on anything because nobody's not there. But unfortunately that's not always an option, is it? Alright, so this is going to be our kind of base. I'm going to give it a bit of a blend. So there is a big blendy here, and I'm just going to pick bits and let's get this a bit bigger. Again, it is SketchClub, so none of this is planned. I think a lot of videos on YouTube are quite planned. Not that there's anything wrong with planning. We love planning what we're sketching, but for sketching, it's not going to work out all the time. And we have to be kind of okay with that too. I just love how this app does this. Like, it just blends. Like, that's why I think it's Realistic Paint Studio, because it does the closest thing, look at that, to, okay, that should be, no, that's my zoom, that's my picker, no, I have to use spacebar. Oh, we got a problem, what's happening? Let's do a save. Oh, I think I'm on the other screen, aren't I? Okay, so which button is that now? Toggle display. There we go. Right click, touch on and off. See, this one, pan and scroll, just needs to be spacebar. Let's just change it for this app. Give me a second, guys. Option. I'm just gonna make it keyboard, keystroke. Actually, hang on, no. I'm just gonna do it for this app. Add Realistic Paint Studio. Okay. Keyboard, keystroke, space. Space and click OK. Okay, let's see how that goes. Okay. There we go. That's what I want. Pan and scroll is usually what it does, but for this one, it does. It does a zoom, and I don't want it to zoom. I just want to. I can do zoom with my finger. Oh. Testing. My headphones just disconnected there for a second. Alright, that looks good. We haven't got any turkeys in yet, but this is our palette. Trying to keep it a little bit like what's really going on in the world. You know, a little bit of realness. Okay, so we're going to have that turkey shadow here. And I just want to get rid of some of these canvas dots. Alright, I should blend this a little bit too. I wish that didn't get all wonky donkey. Oh. There's our turkey log cabin. With very strong ambient occlusion in between the logs. But that's okay. We are sketching and we can refine it later. Okay, so let's give ourselves a new layer here. We just do a save. Here. And keyboard. And we want a new layer. Alright, and turkey head is going to be blue. Just looking at getting some shapes. Oh, yeah. Shush. First time go. Alright. Turkey. Look at their nose. It's so interesting that the nose is like at the back of the... like above. I don't know, it's like its own thing. Alright, now we did say we were going to get a bit of... Durple in there. Let's try it. It didn't sample at all, but anyway. Yeah, there's a little hack here if you are using Realistic Paint Studio. When you use the eyedropper, it samples from here, but it doesn't change inside the color picker wheel. I don't know why it doesn't, and it's paint. So what I do is I pick it, sample the purple, put the purple down, and then use my regular eyedropper to sample the purple so it goes in there. So then I can adjust it and make it more or less saturated or darker. Do you know what I mean? That way I have more control over what I've got. Gonna make the dongle bigger. The dongle. The funny turkey dongle. Because it's just too weird that it has some big dinky growing out of the middle of its forehead. Hello, thank you for liking the stream. Who did we get here? Thank you, Helga. Nice to see you again, Helga. Okay, let's get a bit bigger brush here. I realized that this needs to be a bit bigger down here. Does anybody remember that kids TV show called The Snorks? It was a cool show about these creatures that live in the ocean and they have some kind of dongle on their head that pushes out air, and they were peaceful, peace-loving little snorks. just such a funny picture. Okay, there we go there. Press Tumgary. I don't think I love it this week, guys. Okay, where's our other guy? Let's go in a bit. Delineate some of this sections. Try a little bit of trimming here. God, you'd think she was being tortured out there, wouldn't you? I don't know if you guys can hear that, but she's really whinging up a storm. looks like it's had its neck slit. I have no reference here for how I should make the gobble on this angle. I should have stuck to the photo because I don't know enough about turkey anatomy. Okay, let's have a look at this one and see if we can... This one doesn't have a lot of... Okay, so we might put in some bluish transition. I think it's a pinky red, and I've been avoiding that pinky. I think that's why mine looks like a bit bloodier. Let's go a bit pinkier. And let's get a bit of that in between, and then give it a bit of a blend. Ooh, okay. Okay, and I do think the face needs to be a bit more... sunny side. And I think we can go a bit bluer on this side too. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Okay, now where do we get that guy from? There was another reference here of standing turkey. There we go. I think I was using that one. Alright, I think we're gonna have to call it a day. Oh, that's annoying. Again. Okay, this app on eyedropper. It really doesn't like that. Better. What do we need in that eye? We need a tree in there, but let's try something very small, very light. Not too bright. It needs a color. It needs a blue, I think. And small. Alright, we're calling it a day. Turkey Day it is, and we will be back next week. So thank you for joining us if you were here. If you would like to suggest a topic, you can do so. We always love to hear what you would suggest to be a good topic for next week. For next week's Sketch Club, it will be Friday at 8 o'clock as always. So if you would also like to send your sketch in to us, if you painted a few turkeys along with us using the reference board, my email is above my head right now. It's shane@jrartlab.com. So send us in your sketch. I'd love to have a little look at what you're doing, and suggest a topic while you're at it. You can also tag us with our hashtag ArtLab Sketch Club or hashtag JRArtLab, and we will check it out. Thank you everybody, and have a wonderful weekend. Oh, see you next week. Bye.